Hi folks, welcome to another episode in this Transport Fever 2 video series. Today, we're gonna feed the town of Yonkers. Why? Well, because they're hungry and they need food. On top of that, we're gonna modernize every vehicle we can to the latest standards that we have. Let's get started. Smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Or just give it a thumbs up for yourself so that you'll always be able to come back and watch it again if you need to. Alright, let's get orientated. So here's the town of Yonkers. And over here is Pembroke Pines Farm. And way over here on the other side of the map, right here is the Norfolk food processing plant. So those are the destinations that we're going to connect with our new train line. Here we are at Norfolk food processing plant, and as per usual, I'm going to put in a short little road. Just a country road just to help me line up my cargo terminal. And we'll plop that in and turn things around. And we're going to kind of point it in that direction. Then we'll go to trains, buildings, and cargo terminus. I just want one track, make it as long as possible. Standard is fine, and no, I don't want catenary. And we'll just spin that guy around. Well, let's go the other way and get this guy lined up as best we can. So then we're going to fine tune it and point him. Well, maybe fine tune it just a little bit more. We just got to hang on there and okay, how about that? Something like that there. That ought to do it. Things are lighting up and plop it down. Alright, so there's one station. I'm going to go all the way back over to Yonkers. It's way over here. And we're going to end up connecting over here. So I'm going to put a station right here in Yonkers. Again, let's do a little bit of road work before we actually put the station in. It's going to be a city street. Maybe a medium one, 50. A medium one with 50 kilometers per hour. We can keep the bus lane. I don't really need it, so maybe I'll say no. Tram track, no. And I don't want to have ownership. Let's just put a little bit of a road here, and then I'll connect that up. That should give us a nice spot for our cargo train station. We go to trains, and I'm going to go to buildings. Well, we're already there. And there's a cargo station. This time I go with 2 tracks, 320, standard, and no. And let's just line that guy up as best we can. I like to get them as parallel as possible. So we'll put it in, and actually you can see things light up here when I... Oh, not much lights up, but anyway. We'll plop you in just like that. And before I forget, and while I'm here, I'm going to put in a truck station. No with the tram track. I'm only going to have one platform to the left, I think, and that ought to do it. Then that little guy around, and we'll plop him in here. And actually, while we're here, since he's going to be taking train loads, I'll make him just a little bit bigger while I can. Because the city might start to grow as time goes on. I don't want a street access, I want a cargo platform. And we'll plop a couple down just to make sure I got lots of space in case that thing starts to load up. Alright, now let's go over to Pembroke Pines and put in a station there. Now I don't like this road where it is, so I'm going to move it. So let's do a little bit of road building here, or road demolition. Go to streets, and I'm going to bulldoze a bunch of stuff here, get it out of the way, and so I can make it what I want. Go back to roads. This time we are at a country road. All country road. Maybe medium. Not sure I need much more in the future. We'll just put that through there. Like that. Connect it back. Oh. Can I connect this guy back up? I can. Put a road in here like this. And then just come... Well, maybe I'll put a little curved road in here to come around the corner. And then we'll connect this guy back up. There we go. Now I got a nice little place here to put my station. And I'm going towards Yonkers right over there. Let's go to trains and to cargo terminus. I only want one set of tracks, 230 standard, sorry, 320 standard and no. And then we'll spin him around like we usually do. And make sure he's kind of pointed in that direction, give or take. I probably could angle him a little bit more, just as long as he's connected. Just like that. Alright, now I want to build some track. Let's go to trains, track. I think we don't need catenary. I want to use diesel trains this time. I've got diesel trains or diesel locomotives, so I'm going to use them. And I'm going to say no to parallel for the moment. And let's just go out like about that. I am going to double up this track though, because I want to put a number of trains on this line. But I will say yes to that, and we'll come around. That should double up, and it did. And we'll go out like this, and then connect that guy up. Well, that's kind of wonky. Alright, let's not do that. Something did not go right there. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Go back to the train track, and let's see if I can just connect that guy up like that. And then another one over here. That's a little better. And there's the station there. So where did my double track end? It ended right there. So let's just hook that right back up. And while I'm here and while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to put a signal in. It's going to be a one-way signal, and it's going that way. And the other thing I'm going to put in while I'm thinking about it is a train depot. So I'll stick in a train depot right about here somewhere. Again, we'll spin him around. Oh, that's very promising. 7 new vehicles are available, and I could really use that DC-3 Douglas on my airports because I think they're getting overloaded, but that's a problem for another time. Oops. Ended up... I thought I was closing that window and I had built a train depot over here. Well, that's not what I wanted. Let's build it down here, something like that. And then I guess I can demolish that one and get a refund. I can. Go back over to trains, tracks, and no and no. And let's just put this in a little bit straight. And it might be too tight. Did I go too tight? I don't think I did. There we go. That works out just well. And we'll put a signal in. One way, no. And just like that. Alright, so how are we doing here? We got double track leading up here. And now we gotta head that way down to... Where'd it go? Right there. The Norfolk food processing plant. So probably right through there, something like that. Yeah, get a pathway here. I'm going to go through something like that. We'll go back to my tracks and we'll plop some track in. So let's go around here. And then I'll double it up. And we'll keep going. Because I want to start going maybe through that area there. Keep it as straight as possible, or as smooth as possible, so my trains are going to go nicely. And I want to miss that little hill there if I can, but I'll put it on parallel tracks. I think I can get right through there. There we go. That worked out quite well. Alright, now we want to cross probably over here, because I'm going to have to cross a road here. So maybe I want to cross right in there somewhere. In terms of crossing the river, that is. So let's go around a little bit, like this. And then we're going to loop around like that, and cross at about as 90 degrees as much as reasonably possible. Because you want to minimize the cost of our bridge, basically. So I will go up to about here, try to line it up and lift it up. Go up a bit and pick the bridge I want. Click on there. And then let's go across that river. We go across, I want to make sure that's nice and straight. Sometimes they get a little curvy on me. I don't know why that is. Let's cancel that and try again. Okay, that looks more straight. Now I gotta fix the elevation. So we'll go down, 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 down. There we go. And click on that. And I got a nice double track bridge. That's looking really good actually. And then we'll come down here. Ooh, we're digging into the ground. I don't want that. Want them nice and flat. Alright, now where am I and where am I going? So I'm going here, right? I gotta zoom in a little bit. It doesn't like me. Yeah, I'm going right there. Alright, back we go. Let's keep building that track. So let's go around. Something like that. Oh, we got a tunnel here. I don't think I want that. What is going on? Okay, the tracks are getting wild here. Let's cancel that and go a little shorter distance. I guess that was too far with all the train differences. I've got to be a little less ambitious, I guess. Maybe I gotta... Why is it going down so deep? I don't like that. Let's go with shorter distance. And the ground must be elevated there or something, because I wasn't making it go down, I don't think. Oh, and now it wants to go back up. Okay, down you go. Okay, how about there? Alright, just trying to keep the elevations as level as possible with the current ground I'm on. And there's that little hill up there, so I want to go around it as much as I can. And I would say that's okay. Uh-oh. Now I got a tunnel. No, that isn't okay. Okay, let's get rid of that. Get a refund. And let's go back here to my tracks and we'll across. Oh, that doesn't like it at all. What I might have to do is get rid of that road. So let's just bulldoze that road out of there because you are making things inconvenient for me. We'll get you out of there, bulldoze some track, and let's start again. So then I'm going to double it up, yep, and we're going to go through this area here, like that. Okay, I'll fix this road. I'm not sure that I need it right now, but I'm going to fix it anyway, just in case. So back to country roads. Let's put a medium one in, and we'll cross here. And then we'll loop it around and back. Oop, didn't like that one. That was a collision. Alright, that's better. Okay, we're going to go around this mountain just a little bit because we don't want to spend too much money. Or we could tunnel through it. That's the other option. Not like I don't have money anymore. Why don't we tunnel through it? I probably shouldn't. Not advisable, I guess, is the word. I'll try to minimize any tunneling if I can, or eliminate it altogether. So far, so good. I didn't make a tunnel out of it. And we're headed up that way. So we're still on target. And we'll keep building that track. Just keep on going. And loop around. Oh, hang on a sec. That took off on me. That's better. And just keep going. Well, it likes to take off every now and again on me. And we're coming up to our destination. Alright, and then we'll hook this guy up. Right to there. I'll say no, and we'll just hook him up. There we go, just like that. And while I'm here, I'm going to put some signals in, or a signal. It will be one way, and it'll be like that. Now let's go back along this line, and we're just going to put some signals in just to make sure that things move along. They will be one way. One there and there. And then we'll go down a ways and put another one in. Or another two, I should say. Another set. And one there, and one there. And then over the bridge. Probably there and there. And I'm just kind of winging it here and here. And I'll keep on going. Get in a little closer, there and there. And down we go. Then we'll go the other side of Yonkers. We already have a signal there. I don't think we need any more. So I think that, as far as track goes, I think we're looking pretty good. At Yonkers, let's put in a road depot, because we're going to need one of those. So buildings and road depot. And just spin this guy around to get him lined up with a road somewhere in the universe. And that's not too bad. And about there. And let's find out where the food is, or where the food needs to go. So if I pick up a truck stop, the food's all up in this area here. Well, probably one station ought to do it. Feed the people that want to be fed. Alright, so let's put a new line in. So a new line. We're going to go there. Very simple line over to there. Wow, that's a crooked simple line, but it is simple. And we're going to give it a name that means something. We'll call it the Yonkers. Not Yokers, Yonkers. The Yonkers food trucks. Because they are carrying food and they are trucks. So there we go, the Yonkers food trucks. And now it went alphabetically on me, so there you are. So the first stop is going to be, of course, right there. And wait a sec, how come I have so many? Oh, I already have the stops in, so I can take that out. Okay, so the stops are in. What do I want him to do here? Well, at the Yonkers branch, he's going to load if available. Actually, I want him to full load any. And I'm going to increase the maximum time that they can stay. So I want them to stay and get as full as possible, I guess, without lining up too many trucks. And then at Laurel Street, they're simply going to unload. Alright. Let's buy some vehicles. So we're going to buy some vehicles here. Cargo. And let's find one. There's the Opel Blitz tarpaulin truck. Now, what can it carry? It can carry all cargo types, so that should work. And if you're watching the series so far, you know I like to pick the all cargo types, because that way you can't go wrong in terms of what you're transporting. I'm going to pick 3 for now, and all 3 of them, just bump up the maintenance, and then we'll put it on the Yonkers line. Yonkers food trucks. There we go. And out come our food trucks. The next thing to do is to set up the train line. So we'll go to lines and a new line. And we're going to call it the Yonkers food train or something like that. It's going to carry food, just food with 2 O's. Yonkers food train. And that ought to do it. And of course it bumps down to the bottom here. There's the Yonkers food train. So there's our first stop there, and there's another gray color which I don't really like. There's our, well, he's not going to stop, he's just going to go through there. So our second stop is going to be way over here, and the more distance we carry things and the faster and longer we do it, the more money we make. So there's Norfolk, the second stop, and then back at Yonkers will be the third stop. And there. Okay. Now what do we want him to do at each station? So at Yonkers East, What do we want him to do? We want him to full load any. And let's increase the maximum time. We want him to go as full as possible. And when we get over here to, well, it's way at the other end actually. Way over at the other end. At Norfolk, what's he going to do there? Well, he's going to load if it's available. That's fine. And what I want him to do, I want him to load food and unload grain. We're going to unload grain. That's right. Let's just double check that. We're going to unload grain and load food. Okay, we got our line set up. And let's close that up. Now back at our train depot, the Yonkers train depot number 2, we got to buy ourselves a train. So what are we going to buy? Well, let's go to locomotives first and diesel. I want a diesel one. And I'm going to put 2 locomotives in because I want the power. And then let's go to cargo wagons. So what do we want in terms of cargo wagons? So I certainly had this conversation or comment before that, you know, is it better to at least have some load on the train in both directions, or is it better to carry 100% one way and empty back the other? And I've heard opinions on both sides of that argument. The other comment I've heard is that there is a mod called Grain and Boxcars Not Gondolas. I think it's Grain and Boxcars Not Gondolas 2.0.7. And if you use that, then you can just put boxcars and you can put both grain and food in the same boxcars. I think that's kind of cheating a little bit. I know it's a legitimate mod, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use gondolas and boxcars as they were intended. And so let's do that. So the only thing left to do is, well, how many do I want to buy of each? Well, it takes 2 grain to make 1 food, so you could have a 2-to-1 ratio of gondolas to boxcars. But because it also takes time to make the delivery, I'm going to go a ratio of 3-to-1. And that way I get some food building up, and hopefully I'll get to pick it up and bring it back to the town of Yonkers. At least that's my theory anyway. Let's go with 12 gondolas. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's go with 4 boxcars. 4. There we go. Let's buy it for the low price of about $12.2 million. And do we want it to be a particular color? Well, we can make it a color that matches the line, or does it really matter? Just leave it the way it is. And let's assign it to a line. We're going to assign it to the Yonkers train. And here comes our new train with not 1 but 2 diesel engines pulling it. I'm going to let this line run for a while, and then I'm going to buy another train because I want the trains to be spaced out. And in the meantime, I did say at the beginning of this video, we are going to upgrade everything we can to modernize it to today's standards. So let's do that now. So let's go to lines, and let's find the lines we have, and we'll just start with the trains. And let's find that guy there, find out where he is, and we'll close that up so I can see what I'm doing. But let's manage that vehicle. So let's edit that guy right in place. I want to take out that locomotive and put in a diesel one. There we go. I think that's a diesel one. I have to make this screen bigger so I can see what happened. There we go. And we'll modify it for almost a box. I'll go back to lines, and let's find another one that's not upgraded yet. Get rid of these old steam locomotives. I don't have to go to their current location, but I just thought it's a little bit cooler to see where they are now and where they're going. So I'm wondering if I can get 2 engines on this one. So let's manage that vehicle. And I'm going to see if I can take 1 out and add 2. Uh-oh, where'd they all go? Let's make that a little bigger. And make that a little bigger. We'll put 1 at the front and 1 at the end. But I want them both at the front, so I'm going to move this guy. I guess this is about as painstaking as it is. I'm not sure if there's a faster way to move them to the front. But can I slide them? No. I gotta keep clicking this little arrow thing. So I'll keep doing that because I want to get 2 locomotives to the front here, which to me is what they probably would do anyway. There we go. And we'll modify that guy. And that's done. I'm just gonna check the maintenance on him. Yep, he's okay. And then for these other 3, I wonder if I can do all 3 vehicles at the same time. Let's go to the wrench. Oh, maybe I can. We'll take that old steam engine out. You in. That one out. You in. That one out. And put you in. Alright, and things are kind of off to the side here. It costs you about 3.7 million, so bye. Just check the maintenance, he's okay. Alright. Now, ooh, I got one more train here. Guy right here. He's still an old steam engine, which we want to get rid of and modernize. So we're gonna manage that vehicle. Let's go to the wrench and do the same thing. We'll get rid of that locomotive and we'll add one in. And that should do it. And again, my screen's getting a little big here. Let's just make this thing a little smaller. Some of my trains are getting very large. And I can put that back up. Oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't actually pay for it. Let's manage the vehicle. Again, we'll take that out. We'll add him back in and we'll modify it. Alright. So do I have any trains left that aren't diesel yet? I think, well, that's electric one I want to keep, but there's 2. So there's one there. And we're going to modernize that guy. About time. And again, we'll just... I think I want at least... He's got a lot of cars here. I'm going to try putting 3 diesel engines there. Wonder if that's going to work. Take him out and go 1, 2, 3. And where did they all go? Probably 1 to the front and 2 to the back. I don't know if there's a way to... It did. That's annoying. I'd like to have all 3 of them together. So I guess I gotta go through this and just move them up to the front like I did before. So let's do that. As tedious as it may be, I guess this is the way to do it, unless you folks know of a quick way to get them all up to the front. I want to make sure the train isn't underpowered. It's got mediocre power, so at least it's not poor. Alright, that's the configuration I was looking for, and modify it. Alright, I got 3 diesel engines pulling that one now. Alright, what do I have left in terms of vehicles that aren't modernized? Well, I think I got 1 more train left. Let's go to him, find him out. Oh yeah, he's got the old steam locomotive. Well, actually, there's 2 of them. Fix that right now. But we'll go to the wrench, and for both these guys, I want to add in 2 of those. Take that out and add in 2. And once again, that just ends up at the back of the bus. I don't understand that. Or why it does that and defaults to it. Not what I want anyway. So we'll move these up so they're at the front. Alright, and gotta make sure I hit that modify button and modify. So I think that's all my trains now modified. They're either got electric, locomotive, or diesel. All look pretty good. Let's go to all now, and now let's hit some of our road vehicles. We'll go to the Anchorage bus number 1, manage vehicles. Let's pick them all, and we're going to replace them with whatever is newer. That would be the Snyder PB2. Yeah, let's make this a little smaller so it's not half off the screen. Okay, I don't want to move it around, I just want to make it smaller. Like that. And replace it. And let's just go to maintenance and pop that up. And back to, I thought I just changed those, didn't I? Oh, that's the one I just changed. And manage the vehicles. I had to replace it with the Snyder PBE2. Yes, I did. So sorry folks, I'm repeating myself. Go back to lines, and it looks like these guys are old. What are they doing? Oh, those are planes, or are they? Yeah, those are planes. Go to this one here. And manage the vehicles. We'll just pick them all, and we'll upgrade them all to the Snyder PB2. So they're upgraded, and we'll keep on doing that for all our vehicles. Let's click on those guys. Let's find one of them. There they are there. And let's go to the line and manage the vehicles. And we'll just replace them with the Snyder PB2. There we go. You can see what we've done. See our handiwork. So now we've upgraded our buses and our trains to the most modern vehicles we have. Now let's go over to our airports and see what's happening there. Well, here we are at the Colorado Springs Airport, and we have an overload problem on our Anchorage to Colorado Springs Air. So let's click on that line and see what's happening. Maybe we can manage vehicles. What we got there so far? It says aircraft number 1. I want to know the actual type. Yeah, I can go like this and manage vehicles. Will it tell me? There's the number. Where did I have to go to find out what they were? Oh, here comes a plane in now, so I guess I don't have to wait too long. It's a Dormier Mercure. Okay, we got something we can upgrade that to, so let's do that. In fact, let's do it with all of them, because we've got this overload problem we got to really do something about. Alright, so we go to the line and manage the vehicles. And what can we do in terms of replacement? Ooh, we have a DC-3. Let's replace them all with this nice newer aircraft. And apply the maintenance. And maybe I'll change the color, make it a nice blue. And see what happens. Well, I like those colors, that looks nice. Now we got 1, 2, 3 planes here, so at the moment I don't think I can add any other planes. Let's go over to Anchorage and see what's happening there. Same sort of problem. Looks like I have room and space to buy another plane. Let's buy a DC-3. And we'll pop up the maintenance and put them on Anchorage to Colorado Springs Air. And I got another plane coming in, so I don't know if I can squeeze too many more planes in this line I have with these airports. I'm hoping this will deal with the overloading situation, and I guess time will tell. I can let these 2 planes go through, do their thing, and perhaps if there aren't any other planes landing over here at Anchorage, I could actually buy another plane. Right now, little airport's getting busy. And we're still overloaded. So when this plane goes by, and I'm going to look over here to make sure there isn't another plane landing, but if that's the case, I'm going to buy another DC-3 and add to the line. And that should help with the overloading situation. Alright, I don't see any other planes that are about to land, so let's buy another plane. So we'll buy a DC-3, and of course we'll pop up the maintenance. I'm not sure if maintenance on the planes is that important when it comes to emissions, but certainly it might be important in terms of condition so that their condition doesn't drop below mediocre. So we'll apply that, and we'll put it on that, the only line I've got, and close that up. Hey, he's blue and he's red. Oh, I guess I didn't change the color. And it's the vehicle. Didn't make him blue. I can't remember what blue I picked, but that looks good enough. Now, how does our overloading situation go here? Okay, we just went under, so that's pretty good. And we got a plane taken off. You know, I might be able to squeeze another one in. I don't see a plane landing yet in the area, so I can probably get another plane in here. Let's do that. Buy vehicle, DC3. Oop. Okay, let's try 2. Hit 2 by accident, but why not? Make the color nice blue. And we're going to up the maintenance, because I do that for all the vehicles, and we'll plop them on that line. So while these vehicles are coming out, how many vehicles in total do I have on this line? I have 8. That may be too many, because I see a plane just landed. We may get some... Oh no, that's taking off. Okay, so we're alright. And there still isn't... Oh, there's the plane way over there. You can see him coming in. I don't think I want to add any more planes to this airline just yet. Now let's go back to our Yonkers food train and see how things are doing. Over here at the Pembroke Pines Farm, the Yonkers East cargo terminal is starting to load up. It's not overloaded, but it certainly is starting to load up. And that other train is nowhere in sight. So let's buy ourselves another train and put it into action. To buy vehicle, again I want diesel. I'm going to add at least 2 and then go to cargo. And in terms of ratio, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 1, 2, 3. And we'll buy that. And, you know, up the maintenance and put it on the Yonkers train line. And here comes that new train. But how is our line actually doing? If I go over here to Yonkers and I click on Yonkers, it looks like no food has been delivered. So something is wrong with my line. So we'll go back here and we'll just see what's this guy doing. He has 1 bread. Okay, that's not a lot, but at least it's something. Okay, he's starting to deliver bread. And what's happening way down here at the other end of this line? Okay, the food is starting to load up. I think the line is just taking a while to take effect. So details on this guy, and is he powered? Oh, his power rating is poor. I probably should have put 3 diesel engines on there. That's what I probably should have done. But nonetheless, he's moving along and he's going to be rolling into Yonkers in a few minutes. So here he is coming into Yonkers with 1 unit, 1 measly unit of food on the train, and he's going to unload that when he stops. And there you go, he just unloaded 1 single unit, so perhaps this train line needs more time to fully develop. Or maybe I need more trains. Take a look at this guy here, and he's losing money at the moment, but he's got 144 units of grain, so he's doing pretty well. And I think I'm going to buy another train. If you go to the line's making money, but some of the trains aren't at the moment. And how are we doing at the station here? Well, it's not overloaded, but there's another train coming in, so perhaps I don't want to buy another train just yet. We'll let him come in and leave, and then we'll buy the other train so they're spaced out just a little bit. Now let's buy the 3rd train this time. I know, it looks like the last train I bought is still sitting here. Not sure how that worked, but it's still there. From what I can tell, it hasn't left the block, so to speak. There's 1, 2. I want to put a 3rd diesel engine in. Let's Add one in, and then we'll move him to the front. Just like we've done before. I think otherwise he might be poorly powered like some of these other guys were. There we go, 3 locomotives and a whole bunch of cars. And we'll buy that. And let's just up the maintenance and apply it to our Yonkers food train. Alright, there we go. This guy's got 3 diesel engines, so that should be good. Let's go to details. Probably should have checked this before I let it leave the station or the depot, but how's its power rating? The power rating is mediocre, so I can live with that. Well, the trains on the Yonkers food train line seem to be doing their thing, so let's let the game run for a little while. It's now March of 1939, and we'll come back and we'll see how this line is doing. Well, it's now January of 1940, and our train number 13 is coming into Yonkers. And he's almost full. He's got 47 out of 48 units of food, so that should help feed Yonkers. Just close that up for a second and see if some of these trucks start taking off, and they should. There we go, the food is loading up nicely here at the Yonkers branch truck station, and it'll be delivered now. And if I go to Yonkers, ooh, still no food yet, so it's just starting now. Wow, that took a long time. Well, it took till March, give or take, of 1940, but now we have some food delivered to Yonkers. It's only 10% of what they need, but at least the supply chain process has started. Back down here at Yonkers East, we don't have an overloading problem, so I don't think I want to add another train just yet. Well, folks, I think that's enough for today. We put a new train line in and we're feeding the town of Yonkers. On top of that, we've upgraded every single vehicle we have to the most modern ones that are currently available. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We accomplished quite a bit. If you have any comments or questions about today's video, please feel free to note those comments and questions in the comment section below. And as always, if you have any suggestions as to how I can improve my gameplay, I'm always open to constructive criticism. The emphasis on constructive. So where do we go from here? Well, the answer to that question lies in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. Click on that box in the bottom left-hand corner right now to see a video you're almost guaranteed to love. This video was selected just for you by YouTube, and they know what you like. So what are you waiting for? Click on that box now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another video.